It's me, it's Ola, coming at you from the middle of the forest. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. The fishing, not so great. But honestly, that's okay. We weren't expecting much of anything because it was like 33 degrees when we got here this morning. I mean, it was cold. Cold water, cold fish. So my friend Joe met me out here, and really I wanted to come out so that I could try out this new camera that I got in the mail. It was sent to me free of charge. I didn't pay anything. They wanted me to do a little video of it and show its capabilities. Honestly, this lake wasn't great. It's very crystal clear water, but it has a lot of vegetation, more than it used to. So the area I planned to use it, it wasn't a sandy bottom anymore. It was a splotchy bottom, but still had pretty clear water. I used it anyway just to try it out and see if this camera was any good. It has a beautiful picture, but I do have to say, I wish that it had a wide angle lens, and I didn't see an adjustment anywhere in the setup to change the lens perspective, because it's so narrow field of view that you end up getting half of the video is showing the bottom of the lake, because the lens sits off the lake bed only an inch or so. Great concept, but it needs to be a little higher and have a wider field of view, and then it would be perfect. So I tried to fish with it, and the bottom was just too grassed over, so the camera was just falling into the hydrilla. But I did a little bit of video up towards the shore just to show you how clear the picture is when you're out of the grass. So a cool camera. I will take it with me up to Maine, definitely, because there are some crystal clear lakes up there that you can see to the bottom of a 20-foot deep lake. But just, I don't know of any in my local area really that's going to give me a rocky bottom with crystal clear water, other than Kingsley Lake, and that's too far to drive. So, but I had fun with it. And after the fishing, my friend Joe and I, we did some geocaching. There were 3 right out there in the area where we fished. First 2 we couldn't find. We looked all over. And we didn't feel like bushwhacking and coming upon a rattlesnake or ticks or something crazy like that. So we DNF'd them, did not find. And on the last one we found it like that. It was very easy. And I left a trinket in the container after we signed. So yeah, it was a fun day. Now I'm heading home. Oh my goodness, I stayed here way longer than I anticipated. So I'm on my way home. Oh, and the fishing, I caught 3 fish. Joe caught 2. Of those 5 fish, 4 were itty bitty. And I caught 1 that was okay, that was good enough to log. It was actually better than most of the fish I've been catching lately. So with that being said, how about if I roll you today's little bit of fishing fun in the forest? We're here at the homestead with a little unboxing, just a little something I got yesterday. I didn't pay for it. It was free. The company contacted me and asked me if I would check out their product, since I do fish, and this is a fishing camera, underwater camera. So I figured, okay, I'll give it a look. Got to find a good location with some clean water, which isn't hard. I go out to the forest, I'll find some clear water. All right, here we go. This came all the way from China. There it is. CanFish CF1. Throw in live camera. Okay, you get live action play as you're fishing. So if you're ice fishing, this might be a good product. But you know, there's no ice here, so I'll just be playing with it basically. It's a little bit heavy here. I suppose I could drop it down into the forest lake where it's crystal clear water. See what we can see under there during spawning season, maybe? That might be good. All right, what's in the box? Mind you, I have no experience with these types of products. Oh my goodness. It is way smaller than what the picture looks. This is the camera. I mean, it looks gigantic in the on-screen video thing. And then we have a spool with our cable. And here we have this must be not a router. We'll tell you in a second what it's called. And some miscellaneous cables. And that's it for the box contents. You have a proprietary, maybe that's an Apple thing, Apple cable. There's a compact USB and then another USB. The CanFish. The CanFish. Let's take a look at this manual, maybe get an idea of what we have here. You know what? It probably doesn't even tell you. Everything's probably, here we go, everything's online. This is the base station right here. And then this is 30 meters of tether with a winder. That gets power and probably the video to your base station. This all plugs into the base station, and then the base station probably broadcasts. Then we have a protective lens cap, which is that right there. There you go. Good look at it. It's on a weight. That's pretty heavy weight, so that when it lands, it'll right itself. If it tries to land upside down, obviously it's going to roll and hopefully right itself. We'll find out, though. We'll find out for sure. Then what else is there? There's an O-ring, a quick pin, which is that. The O-ring is probably extra for right there. This has an O-ring on it. And some support documentation. So I'm thinking this will need to be charged. Oh, look. It already has a micro SD card. 16 gigabyte. We'll just leave that right in there. So you can record what you're seeing. Oh, that's kind of cool. So I'm going to charge up this base station. I'll have to do that at my charging area. We're going to charge it up. I don't guess this will have a battery in it since it's hooked to the base station by the actual cable here. Might be cool. I mean, it's not going to be a necessary tool, but it might be fun. There we go. I'll just put it in a bag. I have some spare bag type things. And 30 meters, that's what, 90 feet? I don't think I'm going to be dropping it in water that deep unless I go up to Kingsley Lake or something like that. My lakes are pretty shallow. So I'm going to charge everything up. That's just a quick unboxing for y'all. And I'll put a link to this camera down in the description. And we will see you out on the water. Good morning, folks. 7:23. Is today Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. My friend Joe and I were out here in the forest on this cold winter morning. It's about 33 outside air temp. Water temp, my folks, is 60.4. 60.4. That's the coldest I've seen in a while. Yes, it is. My goodness. This is the one of the most clearest lakes out here. And I picked this lake because I brought an underwater camera that was sent to me. And I'm going to give it a test out here to see how clear it is. Oh my goodness, my hands are freezing. I do have some hand warmers. I can't even see Joe. The fog's so thick off the water. Smoke on the water. I don't know how the bite's going to be, guys. It's probably going to be quite slow. That's why I just did not bother to change out the tiny child. We'll just leave it on. Throw this and maybe a jerkbait. Man alive, it's cold. I'm getting over here into the vegetation that's on the side of the lake. As far as the lake bed in here, it's sand in most places. Sand with, sparse grasses of different sorts. But it's a beautiful lake. This is one I would swim at, 100%. And I have some hydrilla below me right now. Ooh, water temperature 59. Oh. All right, let's, the sun's coming up. There was somebody camping at the launch, and I could hear their furnace just a-cranking. Yes, indeed. Ooh, I could swim my swim bait through some of this, too, because the hydrilla is about a foot underneath me. Maybe they'd be targeting a small fish moving slowly above their grass area. Oh, yeah, let's get out the hand warmers. I'm in shadow right now, and it's just cold as all get out. Let's see here. Where's the opening part? I can't use my hands worth the crap. I can't even function. They're so cold. I can't get my knife off of there. All right, let me just stop doing everything for a second. Did you guys hear that? That could have been a big fish back in there. He's back in that vegetation. Let me see exactly where that came from. Oh my gosh, it hurts to hold a rod and reel. Where'd those splashes come from? They were back here. There's something swimming right in front of me. I don't see any ripples. The crows are here. Oh, something followed it up. That's the goal. No skunk today. Oh my gosh, that is eerie looking. The sunlight through these glasses. It's wicked. I don't see Miss Jo. Ooh. Oh, that was a hit. That was a hit, folks. I wasn't ready for that. Let's cast back out there. Let's see if I have a weight still. Nope, he got my weight. Let's put another one on. Ooh, Lord, it's so cold. Yeah, that was a hard tug right there. Wasn't expecting it. He just ate a weight. I'm out here where on the edge of the fog bank so that I can be in the sun because it's just so cold. I wouldn't survive up north, folks. All right, let's see if he'll hit this. I would not survive up north. It was right on this grassy point here. Let's see if somebody else will hit. It's probably a little turkey. This lake has a bunch of little feeders. Oh, he's on it. He's on it. Yep, what I tell you. But you know what? This keeps the skunk off. What a pretty fish, too. What a pretty fish. And with this, we have first fish of the day. Look at you. Number one. Let's see if anybody else down there. This lake's full of those. There's got to be some big ones. I think the biggest I've caught here is like 3 pounds. But there has to be some trophy size in here, no doubt. All right, skunk's off. Tiny child brings one out. If I remember right, they like a jerkbait in this lake too. Bunch of little ones. There's a deep trough out in the middle, and they'll hit a jerkbait in there. Got another one. Oh man, did he lose my bait? Oh no, it's in his mouth. Oh, little fish. Little fish. He took it way down there. He halfway swallowed my plastic. Let's get that out of there. Oh, he's barely hooked though. Barely hooked. Number 2. They're eating. I did not even expect to catch a fish with the cold temps. Our Florida bass aren't used to this. Although it's not that cold in the water. We're at 64.5. Lake levels are way down since I was last here. Hence all this dead vegetation right there. That's supposed to be underwater. Right there. All that should be in a few feet of water, and it's high and dry. Yeah. So the aquatic grass is dying off. Yeah, this lake is way low. We'll keep fishing it though. We are hour and 15 minutes in. I have 2 fish, 2 minnows, and 1 other bite besides that I didn't get. It's not a great day. I didn't expect to catch anything though, so I'm happy. I'm happy with the little bit of excitement that I got. I'll keep fishing. I'm at the end, and I'm going to turn around and start heading back. I can't get into my other little section because it's dry. The canal that connects them, high and dry. Oh, just got bumped again, guys. They're seeing it. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. Feels decent. Yeah, it is. Nice fish. Let's not blow in front of the grass. That's a good one, guys. I've been waiting all morning for you. Dang. I was cranking that lure back too. It's not a giant, guys, but today it is. Right there. Today this is a giant. Right there. Good nose hook set. All right, let's measure this one. Let's measure him. He was right out in front. That's where I caught my first two. They were in front of this grass line in the deeper, warmer water. Oh, it's got some string coming out. Look. Fishing line. I'm going to trim that off. I can't, it's not going to pull out. There's probably a hook on the other end, but we'll trim it so it doesn't bother him. Wow, he does not want to close his mouth. All right, let's put him back in the water for a minute. Then we'll remove his stitches. 15 1/4 on that one. That is a hog for today. All right, let me get my snippers out. I won't cut it to where it goes back inside of him, but I'll cut it where it's not dragging. I sure wish it didn't have something on the other end. I'd just pull it out, but it's connected. All right, fish, you got to be still if we're going to get this cut. There we go. Yeah, I bet it's got a hook on the other end. There he goes. Thank you, fish. There goes his bubbles. Let's do it. Let's see if we can capture something on this footage. Yeah, this is crystal clear right here by the ramp. I think it'll be kind of fun to throw it out and do it from the shore, see what it looks like, and then if I need to, I can get into my kayak. But we might get, I don't know, there might not be any fish around though, honestly. It is cold, clear water. Battery's charged. We're going to go out here where it's a little deeper, maybe by these pads. I can get into some fish. I think I need to put my drive down though when I get out deep enough. All right. I just put it all in this one bag. I'll show you what it entails. You probably saw it on the unboxing. There's the actual camera. Not sure what that's for. Oh, that's so it doesn't pull out. So it doesn't get caught on anything, maybe? Maybe that needs to go there. Let's try that. We'll put that through there. We don't want to lose our little camera. Nope. Oh, yeah, it'll fit in there. There we go. There we go. That'll keep it from... There's how much cable I have. There's my cap. And the only other part of it is a base station. Ideally, I think they want you to use this on the shore. Let's put that right there. Let's see what happens. Does it right itself? It did that time. Okay. So let's put it over here. Let's get this untangled. Yeah, it rights itself pretty well. I'm going to put out like 10 feet because this isn't super deep, this lake. It's going to get a temperature for me too. All right, we got enough there. So I'm going to put this right here behind my seat, and let's turn on the base station somewhere here, right there. And then I connect to my phone. I don't even need this in my lap. I'll just put that right there on the back of my thing. We just have to make sure we don't get caught up in our camera cable. Okay, so let's bring this in here. I'm gonna go out deep. Oh, I'm always into something, right? Always into something. Let's go over here. Maybe I can get out of some wind. I want to stay in this really clear water, though. There's some bait over there that I can see. Okay. I can get my drive back in. That'll certainly help. All kinds of bait right there. All kind of bait. Okay. Where did I put it? Right here. Actually, let me get my phone, connect to it. Don't know what that means. The owner's manual on here didn't give a whole lot of info. So I have an app that I downloaded. It's called Chasing. And then you put in I have the CF1, your model number, wireless connection, connect to the Wi-Fi. There it's connecting right there. Okay, I am logged in. That's really cool, gang. Okay, let me drop it over. I'm gonna drag it a little bit, I think. Oh, it's dark down there. The infrared light's on. I gotta take my glasses off, guys, because it's hard to see with polarized glasses. Oh, I see what it was. It got buried into stuff in the muck. So I need to go over here and find some clear. Oh, look at that. Look at that. As it's trailing behind the boat. That's pretty cool. We need to be recording. That's pretty cool. Let's just drag it behind the boat. I think the infrared light is on. That's what it says. It's 17 degrees. 17-degree water, which is double it, 34, and add 30, 64 degrees. That's about right. That's good. Yeah, I don't know if it's a bit choppy, but that could just be my internet, you know, this Wi-Fi connection. We're going to put it right over here because we got a sandy bottom and there's usually a lot of fish there. The only thing that I, right off the bat, think that they could improve on is a wide angle lens. This isn't super wide field of view. And maybe there's a setting, but I looked and I didn't see anything, and that's very minimal settings that you can change. So let's put it on this sandy bottom, and then we'll get to the side and we'll see if we can get some fish on it. It's on a lead sled too right here. It's very heavy, so it tends to fall on its side. It'll right itself. I don't see any fish. Usually there's a bunch of fish over here. There's the router. It's got a really cool picture when you're in shallow. No little fish. Oh yeah, maybe there's some over there. you.